Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the 22nd Annual Garden State Film Festival. We are live at the Shared Universe Podcast Lounge in the beautiful Berkeley Hotel in the beautiful city of Asbury Park. My name is Ming Chen.
CJ Cullen.
And I have another amazing filmmaker with a film screening here at the Garden State Film Festival. Would you please introduce yourself, my friend?
Hi, my name is Brian Reynolds, and I'm the writer and director of The Nanny.
Amazing. Can you tell us about The Nanny?
Sure. The Nanny is a feature-length thriller. It's a psychological thriller, and it's about a young woman from Finland who comes to a wealthy couple's summer home to take care of their infant. And her bosses are just the worst. So
okay, was this inspired by perhaps real life events or maybe a story you read?
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, I've always had really great bosses, so
Okay.
it's not her bosses are based on sort of other factors. But I've been part of an entourage actually for the last 2 decades.
Okay.
And I've gotten to travel the world. I've gotten to see amazing places. I've gotten private game reserves. I've gotten to touch elephants.
Okay, you're an adventurer.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Okay.
So totally. But there was this real disconnect emotionally in that you're in these very, sort of wealthy situations,
Yeah.
but you're an employee.
Right.
And they were always very kind and very generous to me. They treated me like one of the family.
Yes.
But I'm not one of the family.
No,
I'm
so
there to
there's-
serve a job.
Yeah,
I'm there to do a job.
There's a barrier. It's invisible.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It's not.
You don't
it's-
cross that barrier,
it's
they
not
and they won't cross it either.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a decorum. There's a
Right.
way of handling yourself. There's
Yes.
a way of sort of stepping back when it's about that, and it's all about that.
Right.
Why did you choose Finland for her background?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yes.
I wanted a country that Americans would think they know a lot about,
Okay.
but actually don't know anything about.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so I was like, Finland. And then I didn't know anything about Finland. I researched it extensively for this film. And I actually met this gentleman. I met a gentleman last night at the gala.
Was he Finnish?
He's from Finland.
I think I met that guy. Yeah, I think I met that guy. I was
yeah,
like,
and
wait.
so I,
You're
said,
Finnish?
I
Yeah.
said, come watch my film.
Yeah.
Right.
My lead actress spent 4 months with a dialect coach. She has to speak Finnish in the film.
Okay, you went deep.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I mean, Jennifer Georgia Gould, who played the nanny, she's on screen almost the entire time.
Yeah.
She's an amazing actress. She was so generous with her time. But when we told her we wanted her to play the role, the very first thing she said was, "Can I have a dialect coach?"
Okay.
And I said, absolutely. I'm an actor myself.
Yeah.
I want you to feel supported. And also, we want to get the little details right.
Oh, yeah.
As an independent filmmaker, there's a lot that you're limited simply by budgetary
Right.
concerns. But what you can get right, you try your absolute best to get perfect.
Yeah, I if you can't, then why bother doing it?
Totally,
Right?
Yeah.
totally. And so, and also, I like when people sit down to watch my film. I don't want them to think, oh, well, it's an independent film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want them to go, that's a great film, and not be thinking about my budgetary constraints.
Yes.
Ultimately,
Yeah, they don't
audience
care.
shouldn't care.
Yeah, they don't
shouldn't
care. They just want to watch a great project.
Yeah. It
Money
doesn't
be
matter
damned
what-
to them.
Yeah,
It's
it
not
doesn't matter if
their
you have
money,
$2,
but yeah.
you have Marvel money.
Yeah.
Are you putting a good story up on screen? Are you getting
Yeah.
what you can get right?
Right.
So
Where'd you film it?
I filmed it in Temecula, California.
Okay. Yeah.
Thrillers, one of the main components, isolation.
Mm.
We managed to find this house that's on the top of a hill.
Yeah.
And my DP did an amazing job of making it look like there's
Nothing else?
no other houses for hundreds of miles.
Right.
Wow.
Which was the big thing. And then we also did a day outside of Lancaster, and we did a day up near Fresno at this.
Okay, so
in
you
the
went
mountain
this
range.
is north Lancaster, about an hour north of LA, I believe.
Yeah,
or maybe
yeah,
an
about
hour,
that.
hour,
Yeah.
hour-ish, and then Fresno even farther
Yeah.
north. So
Yeah, but most of our film takes place in the house.
Right.
My producer, who's amazing, Morgan McDouglas, I said, look, we could start at the house. I know it's extra money to get these drone shots and to get these shots on the side of this scene on the side of the road. But
Yeah.
then we actually take the audience up the mountain, and they get to experience the isolation.
Yeah.
I think it makes a big difference.
yeah. Are you from California or are you from Jersey or where are you from?
No, I'm from Los Angeles.
Okay.
I've been there for a while now. That's home for me
Yeah.
for sure. I've been to Jersey before,
Okay.
and I love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And actually, Garden State Film Festival, we we had it circled as a festival we wanted to get into, but didn't think we were going to be able to.
Okay.
Just because it's such a prestigious event. I think it's one of the premier independent film festivals, especially if you look on the East Coast or the east side of the country. And we sent in our film, and they basically said right away, we love your film, which was like super gratifying, and said, we want you in our festival. I said, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Circled it on my calendar. It's been on my calendar since the day they told me, and I was like, we're going. So
it's the East Coast premiere?
it is the East Coast premiere.
Okay.
So we're super excited to have it here. And this is the end of our festival cycle.
Okay.
This will probably be our last festival. There's a few more that are kind of like virtual and stuff like
Right.
that.
Stuff like that.
But this is sort of the one that we had, as like, okay, we've been doing it almost a year.
Yeah.
We're positioned it as, and I gotta say, this festival is crazy. Like the meet and greet on Thursday night, the gala last night. I've met probably like 100 people. So far.
It's great, isn't it?
It's incredible.
If if you want screen your film here, great. But the networking is amazing here.
The networking is great. I just saw a block of shorts. Every short was really well done, and just the audience was super engaged.
Yeah.
Huge audience, super engaged, and I just was like, this is really amazing experience.
Yeah.
We're having a blast.
Yeah,
for sure.
well, and
great.
and and a big testament to your film. Yeah, they don't take everybody here, so it's very, like you said, it's prestigious, and they're very selective here. So
yeah, for
that's really
us it was a Hail
congratulations.
Mary. It was like, I mean, let's send it in. What's the worst?
All right.
If we're not in now, and if they say no, we're
Yeah.
still not in. And then to get that email.
All right,
get
maybe
that
it's a Hail
call.
Mary, but it's a Hail Mary from Tom Brady, perhaps. So hey, you got a better percentage of that becoming a touchdown
I love it.
for sure. And what's the runtime on this?
It's about 2 hours.
Okay.
I think it's an hour 55 before credits, but we don't have a lot of credits because we're a very small crew.
Yeah.
But I will say, our composer Jeff Tinsley won an award for a song here at this festival.
Wow.
It was really, really surreal. We were walking to the gala, me and my post-production coordinator, and the song was playing on the speakers.
Oh, wow,
they do
put it on.
that. Yeah, all the songs that
they put in rotation.
They do play it. Yeah.
So I was walking in, and the music's playing.
Right,
from
couldn't
the
have been more
climax of my
poetic.
film. I'm like, what is happening?
And then he wins.
We knew he won.
Okay, you
this,
knew,
and I
okay.
think he's going to try and make it to the awards
Okay.
ceremony.
Okay.
But he composed over an hour of music for our thriller.
Wow. Okay.
You need a good music for a thriller.
I
You really
agree.
need that.
And
soundtrack.
he's such a talented guy. And he came on board. I think we were picture locked, but he saw a rough cut basically.
Yeah.
No temp music. I'm not a big temp music person.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I want to be a part of this project.
All right,
And I'm like, great. And then he disappeared for 3 months.
No.
And he said, after about 3 months, I got this email. He's like, here, listen to this. Tell me what you think.
Yeah.
And just the music coming out of the speakers. I get goosebumps now just thinking
Yeah.
about it. Just like, and then we got to watch him direct via Zoom, direct the
like the
orchestra
musicians.
in
Man.
Budapest.
Wow.
We had an orchestra in
Yeah.
Budapest record live music
that's
from my
crazy.
film.
That's
I was
crazy,
like,
yeah.
bucket list check.
Yeah.
Like, oh
Wow.
my God. It was insane. And I just sat there. I mean, like, he's the music guy. I was just sitting there just like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
That is
Do you
cool,
like it?
though.
I
That's
like it.
pretty-
Yeah. It was amazing because I love music, but obviously I don't have a musical theory degree or anything
Right.
like that. He was so good at getting feedback from me, even though I don't have that. He'd be like, is the emotional journey of this in this moment, does that work for you? And I'd be
Right.
like, well, actually, now that you say that, I kind of want to be like a little more scared there.
Yeah, can
and
you,
he'd go,
build some
okay,
tension here? It's like,
and then
and
go
then
away,
swoop,
and
and
he'd
he
come
did
back,
it.
and it was better. And I was like, how did you do that? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't. I'm not gonna say like add more piccolo. Like that's not
Right. It's we need more timpani in this one. And is that can we get a flugelhorn in this one? It's like
right.
It's like, what are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
So
that is cool experience.
yeah, it was. I mean, everything about my first feature, our first feature as a company, everything about this experience has just been like a dream come true. And you know, I'm a big learning guy. We've learned so much from this process, but to have a film that seems to resonate with people and people seem to enjoy. And I'm a huge thriller guy.
Yeah.
So I love thrillers. I watch thrillers all the time. I'll watch any thriller you name right now. If you want to throw it up on the screen, I'll watch it again if I've seen it a million times. So I had sort of a deep sense of responsibility and a deep sense of nerves of like, okay, I'm going to put a thriller up on the screen. Are people going to enjoy it? And does it hold together? Because like plotting and twist, I love twists. It's like, and people seem to really, it seems to really resonate with people. So we're super proud. We're super excited about it.
That's amazing.
What kind of thrillers do you watch to get you in the mood to write something like this?
Yeah, or what are your influences?
If I'm writing a thriller, I stop watching thrillers.
Yeah?
I really do because... So I just watched Death Trap again. If you haven't seen Death Trap, I think it's 1982. Christopher Reeves, Michael Caine. It's considered like a classic. It's based on Ira Levin's play. And it's one of the best thrillers ever, especially for film. And I probably hadn't watched it in 15, 20 years.
Okay.
But my post-production coordinator hadn't seen it. We were on the road. I said, "You want to watch this?" She's like, "Yeah, let's do it." And I watched it again, and I went, "Oh my God, so much of this film informed who I am as a writer."
Wow.
And so if I'm going to write a thriller, I try not to watch thrillers because I'm just so impressionable. I don't mind homaging. I don't mind learning from them, but at the same time, I don't want to be like plagiarizing or stealing.
Right.
Or
And you want it
like
to be
that.
conscious.
I want it to be my own voice.
Right.
So I will avoid them. But then after it's done, I'm like, okay, let's watch The Usual Suspects, Seven, Death Trap, Malice.
Right.
Malice, Sleeper. It didn't really go anywhere in the theaters, but I think Malice is a classic. Any old ones, I love them. So I'll watch anything.
That's amazing. So runtime 110 minutes?
Hour 55 before the credits start rolling.
Okay, wow.
So yeah, it's a full feature. It's so funny because, you know, obviously when you're an independent film, a lot of times you get pushback on your runtime.
Right. I think all the time, right?
All the time. It's like, can you get this to 90 minutes?
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I could have told the story in 90 minutes, I
would've done it.
promise you I would have totally. But what's really interesting is people have a perception of, it's an hour 55. And then when they watch the film, they're like, wow, was that an hour 55?
That's the goal, right?
It's
called
That's
pacing.
what you want to do.
Pacing, great editing.
Yeah,
for sure. Is this your first feature?
This is my first feature.
Wow. Okay. So that's
and I had an
huge.
amazing team. My producer Morgan McDouglas, middle of COVID, like I think as everyone right now, everyone's films sort of have that same story, but like super small crew, everybody isolated. It was a little bit like summer theater. You know, like everyone, like we had the cast living in one house. The crew was actually living on set. Like you can see my bedroom in the movie.
That's cool. Hey.
But yeah, it's our first feature, and then I write a lot, so you know, obviously we're positioning ourselves to get funding for the next one. We have films at all different budget levels. And
Another thriller or something different?
Yeah, so we've got a thriller that's about the same budget level. This one's about a cult.
Okay.
So it's about a group of people. It's about these three couples who bring a couple. They're trying to recruit to the cult to meet the guru, and it just takes place over a weekend, and all hell breaks loose. And then I have a bigger budget one that's about a woman who's a theoretical physicist.
Okay.
And she has to go to this gala that she does not want to go to because she's very introverted, that her patron is throwing. And when she arrives, like all these people are trying to steal her research.
Oh, okay.
So that's like thriller-ish.
Nefarious,
Yeah,
nefarious.
there's a little more action in that one. And then I also have, I have a rom-com about this woman that every time she goes on a date, her date dies.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just have a bunch of different scripts that I really enjoy.
That's
and
like 51st Dead Dates. Okay, yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's amazing. And how long was the shooting schedule? How long did you shoot on this?
So principal photography was 17 days.
Okay, wow, quick.
Yeah, quick.
feature, for
we
sure.
did two things. One, we actually digitally rendered the entire property into virtual space.
Oh, okay. So you can map out.
Yeah, we mapped out
shots
camera
and-
moves.
wow.
So it's like, oh, I want to swing the camera here. Oh, I just went through a wall.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So okay, so we saved ourselves the time on that setup. So by the time we arrived on set,
Yeah, you knew where to
You knew
place
where it
everything.
is.
we had a
where everyone was
dollhouse of
moving.
every camera
Oh.
and setup and a quick time of what the camera was
Yep.
supposed to see for every shot. So,
Wow.
and it's really, you can actually kind of watch the film on the quick time
Yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, no facial expressions or anything like that.
Sure, but still, you had
it's
it
there.
pre-visualized.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And that 17 years, that saved a lot of time.
It saved us so much time. And also, I come from the theater
Yeah.
world, and film, especially the camera side of things, film is new to me. So luckily, I have an amazing DP, Michael Bowler, who has a lot of experience. And there's two things I love about Michael. Number one, he really wanted it to make it my vision. He didn't
Yeah.
just come in and run over me like new first-time director. Okay, I'm the DP. Get
Yeah.
out of my way. He was like, "What are you trying to say? Why do you want this shot?
Right.
Okay, would you like this instead? Or okay, here's my problem. If I'm pointing this way, I'm staring at a blank wall. I don't want to stare at a blank wall."
Yeah, one-
So he was really collaborative with
Right.
me, which was amazing. And then the other thing is just like the guy just does not take no for an answer. Like
Right.
he will. I watched him climb trees to get something out of it for shot.
Oh, yeah. That's what a good
Michael,
DP does.
let's
Anything
get a
for the
ladder.
shot.
He's like, no, it's easier for me just to climb it and throw it over the limb. I'm like, no, Michael, you're the DP. You can't climb trees. He's like, Dad, just don't tell the insurance.
Right.
I'm like,
yeah.
ugh.
Insurance. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
he was great. And then the second thing we did was most of my actors. Actually, I think all of my actors I know from the theater world. No, Adam Kitchen I knew from a short film
Yeah.
that I did. But they're all theater actors. So we did almost 40 hours of rehearsal.
Okay,
Oh,
which
so they got it all down. You
which
didn't
theater
have to make too
actors-
many takes.
theater
Yeah.
actors love though. They love rehearsal because
Yeah.
it's like being in a production, a
Yeah.
theatrical production.
And exactly.
Right?
And then they could ask me questions like, "What am I doing here? Why am I?" And we already had the quick time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Why am I crossing the table here?
Yeah.
Why am I picking up the glass? Or, that feels uncomfortable to me, or whatever." We could have all those conversations when we didn't have cast and crew
Right, and-
waiting around, when the
Yeah.
scene was already lit.
Right. Yeah. The lighting. Yeah. Everything's.
So much
yeah.
better
You're not.
that
You're not
way.
wasting daylight. You're not burning
Correct.
time.
Exactly.
Which time is money, my friends.
Yes.
Especially in
I've been on
independent
sets
production.
where you just you haven't even met the person that you're acting with, and
Yeah.
then so that it just doesn't work the
Yeah.
same.
No,
You
not
have
at
to
all.
have that feel, even
Right.
Yeah.
Just
I love rehearsal both as a director and as an actor. I've always been very much addicted to rehearsal as an actor.
Yeah.
So when we talked to them and said, "Hey, this is what we want to do," they were all very enthusiastic. Like, "Yeah, that's what we want to do too." So by the time we got to set, there were plenty of times where we'd do a take, and I'd turn to my DP, and he's like, "Look, man, we got to get one for safety. I'm sorry, we can't move on." I'd be like, "But I'm gonna use that one."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But hey, that's it made him feel better. So
Totally, yeah.
just in case.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, my friend Phil Abrams, who has done a lot, came on as the lawyer, which is a smaller character. Came on as a favor to me
Yeah.
because he's very, very busy and he's extremely talented. He did almost 14 pages in one day.
Wow. That's
Wow.
insane.
And it's
14?
And he plays a lawyer who talks the
Yeah.
entire time.
Right.
He's these
Wow.
long monologues. And he just came in and it's like every take was just perfect.
Yeah.
And just every line was perfect. And I was like, all right, let's move on. And yeah, and he was actually supposed to be with us for 2 days. And we were coming up on end of day. And we were about to hit golden hour.
Yep.
And I said to the cast, I'm like, hey, can I have like 15 more minutes? And they're like, yeah, you can have 15 more minutes.
Yeah.
And we literally... It was golden hour. We didn't have to light anything. We just pointed the camera at Phil. He did his thing, and I was like, "All right, Phil, we don't need you tomorrow." And he's like, "Okay."
Yeah. All right. Great.
Yeah.
You nailed it. All right. Cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool,
So it was. I mean, God. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I mean, making movies. Like, if you can make a movie, like, why wouldn't it's
Make the
it's
movie.
it's the greatest feeling in
It
the
is.
world.
It really
Yeah,
is.
you know what's even better? Screening
Screening.
it at the Garden State Film Festival.
Oh, man.
Tonight, so
Yeah.
Jersey Shore Arts Center, 6:15, correct?
Yep, Jersey Shore Arts Center.
That's
Amazing.
16.
We've got it up here on the screen. If you're here
Yeah.
at the festival, that's
Yeah.
where you need to go at 6:15.
I
Go to the
really
amazing
hope
It's
Jersey
not
you'll
too
remember.
far. It's over in that direction.
And
Yeah.
I'll be there, so you can come up and tell me if you loved it. Come up and tell me if you hated. come up and tell me. I'd love to hear why. But like, we've had incredible responses from audiences. Been
amazing.
very gratified. That's an amazing feeling. So
I love it. Congratulations, my
Yeah.
friend, on
Thank
your,
you,
you know,
man.
hey,
It is awesome.
your first feature in the Garden State Film Festival. That's huge, my friend. I can't say it enough.
I'm blown away.
I can't say it enough.
Yeah, thank you.
So Jersey Shore Art Center tonight, 6:15. Go check it out. And thank you for spending some time with us, my friend.
Thanks for the invitation.
Yeah,
This is
I
amazing.
love your enthusiasm and your
Oh.
passion, and that's what this is all about, right?
That's what it's about.
Awesome. This Garden State Film Festival rolls on, everybody. GSFF.org. Come on down, see films all day today, all day tomorrow. We'll be here. If you're here at the fest, come meet all the filmmakers. Come on down. We got pizza and coffee here and good
Chips,
times.
a couple chips.
We got a couple of chips left. Yeah, locusts, man. All the locusts rolled through. We still have some chips left. There's some chips left. So, yeah, but definitely check out the Nanny tonight, 6:15, Jersey Shore Art Center. And thank you, CJ. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys in a bit.